Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so we were discussing about text 12, how Shri Krishna is everything and nothing is independent of Krishna. Everything is dependent on Shri Krishna, whereas Shri Krishna is not dependent on anything or anyone. Text 13, Shri Krishna continues speaking. त्रिभिर्गुणमयैर्भावैरेभिः सर्वम् इदं जगत् मोहितं नाभिजानाति मामेभ्यः परमव्ययम्. Deluded by the three modes of material nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world does not know me. Tribhir gunamayer bhavayer ebhi sarvam idam jagat mohitam. They are bewildered by the three modes of material nature and nabhi janati. Therefore, they cannot know me. Which means, if we really want to understand Sri Krishna, who is Mayesh, he is the Lord of Maya, and we are controlled by Maya. If we want to really understand Shri Krishna, that means we have to go beyond the three modes of material nature by the process of bhakti. Mam chayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sa gunan samatitayetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. If we are not within the control of the three modes of material nature, then and only then can we understand Krishna, because Krishna is not within the purview of the three modes of material nature. As long as we are controlled by material nature, we cannot really understand Shri Krishna. And how is Krishna? Mamebhya param avyayam. Krishna is param. He is beyond the modes of material nature. He is a supreme person and he is avyayam. Krishna is inexhaustible, whereas this material energy is exhaustible. Earth may give us lots of coal, lots of fossil fuel, but is that unlimited? No, it is limited. The sun can give us huge quantity of light and heat, but is that unlimited? No. One day even the sun will run out of its power. But Krishna is avyayam. Krishna is inexhaustible. There is no limit to Krishna's power, to Krishna's energy, to Krishna's strength. Text 14. Shri Krishna says, Daivi yesha gunamai mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. Very, very important verse. Please memorize this verse. 7.14. Shri Krishna is saying this divine energy of mine, Daivi means divine. This Daivi, divine energy of mine, Gunamai, consisting of the three gunas, goodness, passion, and ignorance. Consisting of these three gunas. Kulashekar, what are the three gunas?
Goodness, passion, and ignorance.
Very good. Shikha Mataji, you have a question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Manit.
Manit
Yeah.
Prabhu, yes.
Yeah, Prabhuji, we are not able to log in from the portal, and a lot of devotees, I think, having problem. They send a message on WhatsApp also. I think once you end it, yeah. आप एक बार check करेंगे?
But now I think they are joining. Now it is 62.
Okay, let me check again. Okay.
हाँ, so they are able to join. ये Zoom का लिंक आप शेयर कर दीजिए.
Okay, yeah, if
ये जो Zoom सेशन चल रहा है ना,
इसमें कर दियो.
हाँ,
okay, yeah, we will check, Prabhuji. Sorry to bother.
ठीक है. हाँ, no problem. So this is a very important verse, my dear friends. We have to understand and memorize this verse. Shri Krishna is saying that this Gunamai Maya. What is Maya? Gopesh, what is Maya?
The bewildering potency of Lord Shri Krishna.
Very good. The bewildering, deluding potency of Shri Krishna. Arav, any other reflections on the meaning of Maya?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
think it's illusory energy.
Illusory energy, yes. Haridas, what does Maya do? Have you ever experienced the effect of Maya?
Guruji, Maya tries to pull us away from worshipping Krishna, and it tries to give us she tries to give us material things instead, which to which we get attracted and we get distracted from the path of bhakti.
Very good. Very good. Maya covers us. It covers our true identity and makes us forget that I am Krishna Das. I am a servant of Krishna. And those who realize that I am a servant of Krishna and I must surrender to Shri Krishna, Maya will tell us to postpone the surrender. Abhi nahi, not yet. Yes, yes, someday we have to surrender to Krishna, but not yet. That is Maya. Hari bol. So, this Maya consists of three modes of material nature. Gunamayi Maya. Daivi Hiesha Gunamayi Mama Maya. This Maya means that which is not. This Maya is consisting of the three modes of material nature and it is Krishna's. Mama Maya. Krishna ki Maya hai. This Maya belongs to Shri Krishna and it is Duratyaya. Duratyaya means it is very difficult to cross over. Maya is also called as Durga. Durga Devi, she is the Adhishtatri Devi of this material world. Durga Devi. So this world is called Durga or Durga means Dur means difficult. Ga means Gaman, to go. So Durga means that place from where it is difficult to get out. Place that is difficult to leave. What is the place that is difficult to leave? Prison. So this material world is called a Durga. Durga means prison house. This material world is a prison house. It is difficult to leave this place. A prisoner wants to escape from jail. Very difficult. So much security is there. So many difficulties are there. This material world is also like that. A prison, please listen carefully. A prison is difficult to leave because of shackles, security system, locks. Are there any shackles, security system, locks in this material world? No. But this material world is Maya Nagari. It is a place of Maya. There is no need for shackles, there is no need for walls. Maya is such a place that it makes you feel I am happy here. Or even if I am not happy, someday I will be happy. Someday I will be happy in this world. And that carrot that is hanging keeps us in this world. That is Maya. So this Maya has been designed so amazingly by Shri Krishna that there are no handcuffs, there are no shackles, there are no doors, and there are no walls, and there are no locks, and there are no security guards. Still, nobody escapes. Think, such a prison. Dhir Krishna Prabhu, can you think of such a prison where there are no shackles, no handcuffs, no walls, no security, no doors, no locks, but not a single prisoner is able to escape, and everybody suffers. This is the expertise of Shri Krishna. Because nobody wants to leave this prison. हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन. Bas. That asha is there. That hope is there. Nobody wants to leave. Then Shri Guru comes in our life and says, Baba, niklo yahan se. Get out of this material world. Don't make plans to, when I'm sleeping, this Maithili, she comes and makes me hear this. Let me see if I can find it. Whenever I'm sleeping, oversleeping, she comes and she plays this.
Receive the opportunity. Don't leave. Get up. Rascal, get up. Receive the opportunity.
This is Srila Prabhupada. Guru comes and says, get up. Don't sleep. You're sleeping in the lap of Maya. Jiva jago, jiva jago. Shri Gaura Chanda bole. So this Maya is very difficult to escape. Duratyaya. That is the meaning of Duratyaya. It's Durga. So what is the way to escape? Shri Krishna, when Krishna says it is difficult, you really believe it, okay? Because when Krishna says something is difficult, it's really difficult. Krishna is saying this Maya is very difficult. This world is very difficult to escape from. There is only one way to escape. Would you like to know? The formula, Nandini, the solution, the key to escaping from this material world is given by Shri Krishna in this shloka. So let's listen. Mam evaya prapadyante maya metam tarantite. If we surrender to Krishna, prapadyante means to surrender. Prapatti means surrender. So mam eva, mam means unto me. Eva means only me, not multiple people. Only Krishna. Mam evaya prapadyante maya metam tarantite. Arav, can you take admission in Innovation Academy and Denmark and Alpharetta High School and Johns Creek High School simultaneously? You have to surrender to one high school. You have to surrender to one system of instruction, one syllabus, one pathway. Similarly, there are many personalities that we can surrender to. Shri Krishna says, Eva. Eva means me only. Mam eva. Mam eva ya prapadyante, then maya metam tarant. Tarantite means to cross over. Then you will cross over Maya. If you surrender only to me. Those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond this Maya. So that is the formula that Sri Krishna is giving. That we have to surrender to him. Otherwise, this Maya is very dangerous, very unforgiving, and very difficult to cross over. 15. So then the question is, who surrenders to Krishna and who does not surrender to Krishna? Shri Krishna is saying this material world is a very dangerous place. And it is not only dangerous, it's very difficult to escape from. Only way to escape is to surrender to me. So the question is, who surrenders to Krishna? What kinds of people surrender to Krishna? And what types of people do not surrender to Krishna? Kulashekar, why is your screen changing colors? I'm not changing colors like a chameleon. I can see the reflection on your face. So don't browse. Shri Krishna is saying, who surrenders to me and who does not surrender to me? 4 types of people surrender, and 4 types of people do not surrender. Namam dushkritino mooda prapadyante naradhamaha mayaya parhita jnana asuram bhavamashritah. Shri Krishna is saying 4 types of people do not surrender unto me. Those who are those miscreants, dushkritina. What is the meaning of dushkrit? It is the opposite of sukrit. Dushkrit and sukrit. Sita Mataji, who is sukrit? You are living in a land of all sukrit jana, Shri Vrindavan Dham. So you please tell us, who is sukrit? Sukrit. Those who have done?
Are doing the pious activities.
Yes, wonderful. Those who are doing, krit means to do, and su means good activities. Those who are doing good activities, those who are performing pious activities, they are sukrit jana. And dushkrit means, Haridas Anudas, who is dushkrit? Persons like me.
Those.
That's why you have kept the danda to beat me every time.
That is your danda.
Hey, ek danda. You think I am ek danda? Give me 3 dandas.
You give online beating. You tell my mother.
So who is dushkrit?
Those people who do demonic activities or non-pious activities.
Very nice. Those who perform bad activities, they are dushkrit. Shri Krishna says there are 4 types of dushkrit people, impious people, sinful people, and they don't surrender to me because they are dushkrit. Who are they? Mudha, those who are foolish, those who are lowest among mankind. Naradhama, adham means low. Naradhama means those who are lowest among mankind. They don't surrender. Then those who are bereft of knowledge. Maya aparhita jnana. Those whose jnana, knowledge is aparhita. जिनके ज्ञान का अपहरण हो चुका है. Those whose knowledge has been stolen, those whose buddhi has been stolen by Maya. Mayaya means Mayane Aparhita Jnana. Those whose knowledge has been stolen away, abducted by Maya, they don't surrender to me. And Asuram Bhavam, those who have very demoniac nature, Na Mam Prapadyante, they don't surrender to me. Everybody got the Anvay? Na Mam Prapadyante, they don't surrender unto me, who are Chaturvidha Dushkritino. Four types of Dushkrit people. Who are they? Mudha, foolish. Naradhama, those who are lowest among mankind. Maya Aparhita Jnana, those whose knowledge has been stolen away, bereft of good knowledge. And Asuram Bhavam Ashritaha, those who have accepted demoniac tendencies. These people don't surrender to me. Now, I want us to reflect on what are these four categories of people. Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport. Number one, mudhas. Mudhas are those who are grossly foolish, like hardworking beasts of burden. These mudhas are like, I like to give the example. My dear friend, he works in a multinational company and he was due for promotion at a bigger post, uh, VP, vice president level post. So he underwent the interview process for that. There were multiple interviews. In one particular interview, very big person in the company asked him, "Do you have diabetes?" He said, "No." "Do you have high blood pressure?" "No." "Do you have any heart disease?" "No." "Do you smoke?" "No." "Are you addicted to caffeine?" "No." "You are rejected." Arey, if you don't have any of these things, that means you are not working hard. That means you are not a hard-working donkey, a beast of burden. We want someone who will sleep with the laptop on. These were his words. He said, "I keep the laptop on my side stand next to my bed. Haribol. And I sleep." So these people who work 16 hours a day, 17 hours a day, they want to make the bonus always. They want to get ahead of the competition. They want to prove themselves better than others all the time in mode of passion. They are mudhas. They are fools because they are missing the whole point of human existence. Number two, another class of dushkriti or miscreant people are naradhama. Naradhama are those who are lowest amongst mankind. Lowest among mankind are those people who are just not interested in Krishna consciousness. They have got a human form of life, but they have no interest in purifying themselves. They eat meat, they intoxicate, they gamble. These people are the lowest among mankind. Third class is of these dushkrit people, sinful people who do not surrender to Krishna, is Maya Aparhita Jnana, those whose knowledge has been stolen away by the illusory energy of Krishna. And these are the people who misinterpret Shastra. They are the people who in their office will keep Gita Sar, a plaque on the wall, Gita Sar. जो हो रहा है वो अच्छा हो रहा है, जो होगा वो भी अच्छा होगा, तू क्या लेके आया था, तू क्या लेके जाएगा. All these nonsense interpretations of Bhagavad Gita, which are not to be found anywhere in the 700 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, they are called Maya Aparita Jnana. They think they are Pandit. They think they understand Bhagavad Gita, but actually, factually, they do not. They are called Maya Aparita Jnana. Or they are also people who take Diksha from bogus gurus. Gurus who don't have any connection to a bona fide sampradaya. Gurus who are not Vaishnavas. Those who take Diksha from such people. Gurus who say that I am only God. Such people come into the category of Maya Aparita Jnana. Their knowledge has been stolen by the illusory energy. They misinterpret Shastras. Like I tell you that one person who told me कि Duryodhan is the real hero in Mahabharata. Therefore, I named my son Duryodhan. I once did a hernia surgery on a patient whose name was Duryodhan when I was doing surgery residency in Vardha. And I could not hold myself but talk to the father of that young boy. He was a teenager, maybe 17, 18-year-old boy. And I asked the father कि क्या हो गया? ऐसा दुर्योधन नाम क्यों रखा? कोई अच्छा नाम नहीं मिला क्या आपको? तो ही सेड, अरे डॉक्टर साहब, आप समझते नहीं हो महाभारत. Actually, Duryodhan is the real hero. Duryodhan is the real hero. And he went on reciting Duryodhan Chalisa in front of me. I said, बस अभी बंद करो. आपके आसुरी भाव को हर्निया हो गया है. बाहर निकल रहा है सब. बंद करो, इसको अंदर लो. अपने पास ही रखो. So these are called Maya Aparita Jnana. Fourth class of Dushkrit, sinful people. Asuram Bhavam Ashrita. Those who take shelter of demoniac principles. Demoniac principles means इधर बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट करो, उधर murder these people, shoot these people, blow up a bomb, and then you can enjoy in Jannat. This type of mentality people, they are asuram bhavam ashrita. People who are terrorists, people who kill, people who get into all these scandals and all, they are asuram bhavam ashrita. They have taken shelter of demoniac mentality. Such people, four types of people: grossly foolish, number one, mudha, lowest among mankind, naradhama, those who are deluded speculators, maya aparita jnana, and those who are professed atheists and sinful people. They are the asuram bhavam ashrita. They never surrender unto the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna Bhagavan, in spite of all scriptural and authoritative evidences. You go and preach to them, nothing will happen to them. Nothing will happen. So these four people do not surrender. Now the next question is, who are the four types of people who do surrender to Shri Krishna? That is text 16. Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukritino arjuna arto jidnyasur artharthi jnani cha bharatarshabha. Bharatarshabha, Rishabha means the best. Bharatarshabha means the best amongst the Bharatas, the descendants of Bharat Maharaj. Means Arjun. Chaturvidha bhajante mam. Mam means they worship me. Shri Krishna is saying. Four classes of people worship me. Who are they? These are all Sukrit Jana. They are all sinful people. Namam prapadyante naradhama. They are the Dushkrit people. Four types of people who do not surrender. In the previous verse, we saw. Namam Dushkritino Muda prapadyante naradhama. They are Dushkrit people. And Chaturvida bhajante mam jana sukritino Arjuna. Oh Arjun, these are Sukrit people. They are pious people. Who are they? Arto. Arto, Arti means one who is suffering, one who is in distress, like Gajendra. है ना? You know Gajendra? Who doesn't know Gajendra? Who has never heard of Gajendra? Raise your hand. All of you are devotees. You all know. Gajendra was the elephant who was being killed by the crocodile near the Trikut mountain. So Gajendra was in extreme distress. He immediately surrendered to Sri Bhagwan, Sri Narayan. So that is Arti. Arti means those who are suffering terribly in this world. They surrender to Krishna. होता है ना, sometimes there is some death in the family and suddenly people become very spiritual. They are fortunate. They are Sukrit people. Whereas a Dushkrit person, when faces tragedy in life, will start questioning the existence of God. But a Sukrit person, when faced with a tragedy, Asha Mataji, will become more serious about Krishna consciousness. So when someone becomes very serious about Krishna consciousness after a tragedy, in a distressful situation, we should know that that person is very pious, very Sukrit, very fortunate person. Because that tragedy is bringing that person closer to Shri Krishna, which is the aim of life. Arti is the first person. Second Sukrit, second pious type of person who surrenders to Krishna is Jidnyasu. Jidnyasu means one who is inquisitive. Example is Shaunak Adi Rishis. They were inquisitive. What happened? What transpired between Shukdev Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj? We really want to know. They were Sukrit people, they were pious people, and they were Jidnyasu. They were inquisitive. So they asked. Who did they ask? Who did Shaunak Adi Rishis ask? Krishna. Who did Shaunak Adi Rishis ask questions to?
They asked questions to Suta Goswami.
Very good, beta. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. You will get brownie points for this. Hari Bol. Shri Suta Goswami. Shri Suta Goswami, they were asking, Shaunak Adi Rishis, in which forest? Who knows? Arav, which forest? They were asking. In the forest of?
Naimisharanya.
Excellent. You will not get brownie points for this because I expected that you will answer this. So, Naimisharanya, the forest of Naimisharanya. Shri Suta Goswami was being questioned by Shaunakadi Rishis. And Shaunakadi Rishis were Jidnyasu. They wanted to know the absolute truth. So, they asked beautiful questions. Third category of pious person who surrenders to Krishna is Artharthi. Artha means Haribol. Money is honey, my dear Sunny. The rich man's joke is always funny. Those types of people. अर्थ अर्थी जिनको अर्थ चाहिए, those whose aim is artha, money, those who want money, they surrender to Krishna. Arey, my project ended, I don't have a job. Krishna, 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 Balaji, Balaji, Balaji. They will surrender to Krishna. Like that. Artharthi. Or we want to go to America. There is, I heard, a visa Balaji. Haribol in South India somewhere. इंडिया में पैसा नहीं है मेरे पास. I want to go to America and I want to earn a lot of money in America in dollars. Now it is 90 rupees per dollar. Now I want to go to America. They will go to Visa Balaji for H1B visa. Haribol. So that is Artharthi. Their interest is in money. Arthi means what is your interest? And Artha means money. Artharthi. They want money. Their interest is in money. They will surrender to Krishna. They will go to Visa Balaji. Jnani. And Jnani means one who is already very pure, one who is already very sukrit, and now they are just looking for the absolute truth. They just want to look for the absolute truth. So what is the example of Artharthi from the scriptures? Anybody can give an example of Artharthi? Dhruv Maharaj, Haribol. He wanted a kingdom bigger than his father. And then finally, Jnani. Jnani means they are very great personalities already. They are great spiritualists. Now they are just looking for the absolute truth. They have already done all kinds of things. Now they want absolute truth. And such a Jnani example is Chatusana, the four Kumar brothers, sons of Lord Brahma. They wanted to look for the absolute truth. So they came where? To the gates of Vaikuntha. Narayan ko dekhna hai. Hari bol. So like that, we want to see Lord Narayan. So these are the four types of pious people who surrender to Krishna. I will tell the category and you raise your hand and tell the example. Arti, one who is distressed, one who is suffering greatly. They surrender to Krishna. Yuvraj, what is the example?
Gajendra.
Okay, very good. Jidnyasu, inquisitive. Example? Lokesh. Lokesh, what is the example?
Arjuna.
Huh?
Arjuna.
Arjun?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You think Arjun suddenly was scratching his brain and saying, oh, you know what? Just before the war, 5 minutes before the war, I'm kind of feeling inquisitive today. Or was his Gandhi slipping from his hand? He was trembling, his mouth was drying, his skin was burning, tears were flowing from his eyes. He could not bear to stand. Lokesh Narayana Dina Bandho. What do you think? What category Arjun comes in? Inquisitive or super distressed?
Distressed.
Super distressed. You have to kill your grandfather. You have to kill your guru. You have to kill your brothers. Your sons are going to die. Iravan is going to die. Abhimanyu is going to die. Draupadi's 5 sons are going to die. Greatly distressful condition. He didn't want to fight that war. He knew there will be slaughter left, right, and center. Rivers of blood will flow.
Prabhuji, also then King Parikshit.
King Parikshit. King Parikshit. Okay, we can consider that. But which example did I tell? Which is a better example? Jigyasu. Naimisharanya. Okay. Brownie points. Arav. Krishna. Sudha Goswami. Lokesh. Wait till I come to Wait till I come to Richmond. I'm going to pull your ear. Who was being questioned by um, who was questioning Sri Suta Goswami at the forest of Naimisharanya? Who were sitting there?
The Prachetas?
The Pracheta. All the sadhus were sitting, headed by the rishis were sitting, headed by Shaunak Rishi. Maybe your internet was not good or you missed that part. We discussed it. So Shaunak Adi rishis, Shaunak and other rishis, they were questioning Sri Suta Goswami. But Parishit Maharaj also is a acceptable answer. Good. He was inquisitive. Now Arjun also is a acceptable answer because in Bhagavad Gita Arjun also expresses jigyasa. But his prapatti came before that. He surrendered in the beginning only. Karpanya doshopahata. Shishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapanna. Prapanna means surrender. His surrender came before because he was greatly distressed. So, Jidnyasu is the Shaunak Adi Rishis, or we could say, actually, Parishit Maharaj is an okay example. He had some inquisitiveness about the duty of a dying man, but Parishit Maharaj already was completely surrendered. He was Vishnu Rat. He was protected by Lord Vishnu. He was surrendered to Lord Vishnu. But Shaunak Adi Rishis is a better example because they were not in any distress. Anvika, are you in distress? Haribol. And then example of Artharthi. Raise your hand. Yes, Aditi, I have been waiting for your lotus golden hand. Artharthi example?
Dhruv Maharaj, Prabhuji.
Which Maharaj?
Dhruv Maharaj.
Dhruv Maharaj. Okay, now wait. Don't mute yourself. Dhruv Maharaj. Give me another example of Artharthi. This was a drama performed in ISKCON, New Jersey by Madan Gopal Prabhu and Manasi Ganga Mataji. You can take help from your mama if she's around. Mama, call out in distress. Which was the drama? Where someone was wanting wealth and went to Sanatan Goswami. Till Sanatan Goswami.
Charger good hai.
Huh? What did Mama say?
Mama, can you help me?
Yeah, what's the question?
The question is that, like, in a drama that Madan Gopal Prabhu and Mansi Ganga Mataji did, like, there was an example of Artharthi, one who desires material gain.
Someone went to Sanatan Goswami
Yeah.
to ask for, I think Lord Shiva had sent him to ask for the best thing that Sanatan Goswami had.
No, for Chintamani.
Chintamani, yes. That stone. That stone, yes. And then that wasn't the best thing he had.
So that is the Artharthi. He wanted something that will give him gold. That's another example of Artharthi. Very good. Then Jnani, one who is looking for absolute truth. Yes, Aishwarya. Or Aishwarya disappeared.
Oh, sorry, Prabhuji.
Jnani, yes.
I don't have an example for Jnani, but I had another example for Artharthi.
Okay, go for it.
Could
The Akshat will
Satrajit
tell.
be an example, Prabhuji?
Which one?
Satrajit.
Satrajit. Satrajit also, yeah, he was a Kami Bhakta. He was performing devotional service, but it was Sakam Bhakti. It was Karvameshwar Bhakti. So yes, that is also a good example. He liked the Semantak Mani because it produced how many pounds of gold every day? Who knows? Raise your hand. Yes, Mataji, how many pounds of gold every day? We did it in Richmond.
Haribol, bro. It was like 100 pounds, 100 kgs, I remember.
You know how I remember? It's around my weight, 170 pounds. Now, of course, I've put on weight. But that's how I remember, 170 pounds. Every day it used to produce. Akshaj, example of Jnani.
Prabhuji, I was thinking Shukadev Goswami.
Shukdev Goswami also is a good example previously.
Okay.
When he appeared, correct. When he appeared, he was a Jnani. And the example that we discussed was Chatusana, the four Kumar brothers. They were looking for the absolute truth. So these four types of pious people, they surrendered to Krishna. Those who are suffering in this world, those who are inquisitive, curious to know. I want to study Bhagavad Gita. Yaar. I want to, this New Year resolution is I want to do a crash course in Bhagavad Gita. They're just inquisitive. What is there in Bhagavad Gita? I want to know. Then there is Artharthi, those who are just impoverished, they want money. And Jnani, one who is already very pious and is just now looking for the ultimate thing, looking for the absolute truth. That is Jnani. Now, 17. Tesham Jnani Nityayukta Eka Bhaktir Vishishyate Priyo hi Jnanino Atyartham Aham sa cha mama priyaha. Shri Krishna says, these four types of pious people who surrender to me, out of this, the Jnani is Vishishyate, is special. The Jnani is the best among them. Of these four classes of people who surrender to me, the one who is in full knowledge of me and who is Nitya Yukta, who is always engaged in pure devotional service, Vishishyate, is best. For I am dear to him and he is dear to me. Priya hi Jnaninaha Atyartham, I am very dear to the Jnani, and Ahamsa Chame Priya. And that Jnani is also dear to me. Hari Bol. Because that Jnani is very pious, he knows about the demigods, he knows about the 14 planetary systems, he knows about the three modes of material nature, not interested in any of this. He's not interested in anything temporary. He's looking for the absolute truth. So such a person is very pure, and the purer we are, the dearer we are. Hari Bol. The purer we are, the dearer we are to Krishna. Therefore, Chetodarpana Marjanam Mahaprabhu says, begin Shikshatakam with, you have to purify yourself. I like to tell the example, the previous house we were living in, we had a neighbor who had three children and a wife, and he was a professor. And he was diagnosed with leukemia. He was in his late 30s or maybe early 40s, around my age only. And I went to his house, and late at night, because he was a neighbor, I had actually never spoken to him that much. But because of the diagnosis, I went to meet him, and because I'm a physician, he appreciated my inputs and advice. So I went to meet him, and we started talking at around 10 o'clock, and we were talking till 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. Almost 4 hours we spoke. First time ever in our life we were speaking. We were neighbors. We used to see each other and, wave hi and like that. But that first time I spoke, and we never spoke after that. He was quite disgusted with me after that interaction. So we were sitting, and he was talking about his diagnosis and what it entails. And I explained the medical aspect and the social impact and the professional impact of the diagnosis, chemotherapy, possibly bone marrow transplant, a long process ahead, but good prognosis if he responds well to chemotherapy. Discussed all that. And then finally I said that, and I will pray for you. He said, I am a hardcore atheist. You don't have to pray for me, he told me. So I said, okay. But he said, tell me, why do you believe in God? And then he started asking all sorts of challenging questions, and we were talking and talking and talking. And finally he said, Abhay, it's very easy for you to sit on that stool and tell me all this, but put yourself in my shoes. You have three kids. You're the only bread earner. Your wife is a housewife. The whole family depends on you. You just bought a new house. You have a 30-year mortgage. You're 40 years old, and you're diagnosed with blood cancer, leukemia. What would be on your mind if you were told that you are going to live for less than 6 months? What would be on your mind? And I honestly, just sitting there, I thought, and what came out of my mouth was, I would really be very worried. And he started nodding. I said, I would really be very worried that I have got so many vices in my heart, and I have so little time for purification. So I would really give priority to my purification. He could not believe what I had told him. His jaw dropped. His eyes became big. He said, are you kidding me? You have three young kids who are in elementary school. You have a wife who depends on you as a bread earner, and you'll think of that damn purification when you have 6 months to live? He just could not believe it. that my worry was that I still have so many anarthas in my heart and I have hardly made any progress in spiritual life. He said, you know what? I don't know which planet you have come from. You just go. I don't want to talk to you. He literally kicked me out of his house. We never spoke after that. He was our next door neighbor in the previous subdivision. They anyway did not like us because we used to have programs every Friday and every Saturday. Parking was a mess, and anybody who sold the house from that neighborhood and left, they used to throw a party for them, send off party. And when we left, nobody threw any party. They were just too happy that we left. But we were also happy to be near our friends in the Alpharetta coming area. But anyway, the point is, devotees think of purification, and purification is the last. It's not a priority for materialists. Their priority is how to be happy in this world, how to get assurance of our roti, kapda, makan, food, shelter, clothing. This should be there. We should have people around us so we can enjoy with them. We can have a happy, fulfilling life, be able to go for our vacations and everything. But a devotee is concerned about his or her purification. Because unless and until we are purified, we cannot approach Krishna. Remember, we discussed that example of Nimitta Matra Bhava Savya Sachin. Who remembers that example of instrument? Krishna says, become my instrument. Asha Mataji, what do you do when you have to use instruments in the kitchen? You have to make sure they are clean. You cannot use a dirty instrument in cooking. So if Krishna says, you become my instrument, we have to make sure that we are clean for Krishna to use us in his service. Shri Krishna used Prabhupada as a Senapati Bhakta to preach. Paschatya Desha Tarine. But why Srila Prabhupada was used by Shri Krishna? Because Srila Prabhupada is very pure. So a devotee worries about purification. Because unless and until we are pure, we will not be able to approach Krishna. And here Krishna says that the purer you are, the dearer you are to me. Hari Bol. Shri Krishna says, text 18, Udara sarva eva ete jnanit atmaiva me matam asthita sahi yuktatma mam evanuttamam gatim. All these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous souls. All these four. Who are the four people? Arti, Artharthi, Jitnyasu, Jnani. They are all Sukrit. They are all pious, magnanimous souls. This is Krishna's heart, my dear friends. Krishna is saying Udar. What is the meaning of that Udar? Udar means very charitable, very benevolent, very broad-minded, very magnanimous. Shri Krishna is such a Bhakta Vatsal Lord. He loves his devotees so much that a devotee who surrenders to him, Krishna calls him Udar. Meaning a beggar is coming and you are saying, oh beggar, you are so magnanimous, you chose me. Here, take this. That is Krishna. Those who have surrendered to him, he's calling them Udar. Just now, before the class, I was listening to Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. Hare Krishna. What is the pastime? Yes, Keshavada Prabhu?
Rukmini Haran.
Yes, I was listening to Rukmini Haran. Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. And in Rukmini Haran pastime, I was hearing Shri Krishna, when Rukmini comes on his chariot and Shri Krishna takes off from Kaundanyapur, from Vidarbha to Dwarka with his newly wedded wife, Pani Grahan. He just holds her hand and takes her on the chariot and they're going. The whole army of Shishupal, Dantavakra, Shalva, they all attack Shri Krishna. And Shri Krishna tells Rukmini, Rukmini, don't worry. You keep looking at me. Don't look behind. You look at me. Your army is here. Your army will defeat these attackers. Just now, 1 moment ago, Krishna did Panigrahan, held her hand of Rukmini. And now he's saying, your army. This Dwarka army that Dauji brought with him, Balramji brought, it is your army, not mine. It is your army. Now you are the queen of Dwarka. Haribol. This is Krishna's Udarta. He gives himself to the... 1 moment ago, Rukmini was the princess, Rajkumari of Vidarbha. And just by surrendering to Sri Krishna, now Rukmini has become Krishna's Ardhangini. And Sri Krishna is saying, now whatever is mine is yours. This army that has come from Dwarka, Narayani Sena, is yours. Your army will defeat the attackers, don't worry. Hari Bol. So this is Krishna's Udarta. But he calls us Udar if you surrender. Udara sarva evaite. Jnanit atmaiva me matam. Astita sahiyuktatma mam evanuttamam gatim. All these devotees, Artharthi, Arti, Jnani, Jidnyasu, they are undoubtedly Udar. They are magnanimous souls. But he who is situated in knowledge of me, the Jnani, I consider to be just like myself. Being engaged in my transcendental service, he is sure to attain me. And who am I? The highest and most perfect goal. Anuttam Gatim. I am the best Gati. I am the highest just Vasudeva Para Gati. We always chant before class. So one who is situated in knowledge of me, I consider him to be the best. Therefore, my dear friends, we should take the effort to know Krishna. We should take the effort to study Sri Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So we gain knowledge of Krishna. When we gain knowledge of Krishna, Sri Krishna becomes very happy with us. Yuvraj, you will gain knowledge of Krishna? Very good. And very beautiful, 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 beautiful verse from Srimad Bhagavatam is quoted by Srila Prabhupada in the purport. This is Ambarish Prasanga, Srimad Bhagavatam 9.468. Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayan speaks this verse. Sadhavo hridayam mahyam sadhunam hridayam tvaham madanyattena janati madanyattena jananti naham tebhyo managapi. Very beautiful verse, favorite verse amongst the devotee circles. When devotees sit and they do mat chitta mat gata prana bodhayanta parasparam, this verse comes up many times. Sadhavo hridayam mahyam. The devotees are always in my heart. Shri Bhagavan says, Shri Krishna says. Sadhunam hridayam aham, and I am in the hearts of the sadhus. Madanyat tena jananti. My devotees don't know anybody but me. Naham tebhyo managapi. And I don't know anybody other than my devotees. Haribol. Who wants such a Lord? Who wants such a Lord? Raise your hand. Haribol. Shri Krishna says, I am in the hearts of my devotees are in my heart, my devotees don't know anybody but me, and I don't know anybody but my devotees. Haribo! This is a reciprocation. Yetham prapadyante, tam satya bhajam. Krishna reciprocates with us. Sadhavo hridayam mahyam, sadhunam hridayam taham, madanyattena jananti, naham tebhyo managapi. Lord Narayan speaks this verse to Durvasa Muni. Aham bhakta paradhino, hi aswatantra eva dvija. Hey Dvij! Hey Brahman, listen. You are not Vaishnav. And I am bhakta paradhin. I am Vaishnav paradhin. Aham bhakta paradhino, hi aswatantra eva dvija. Hey Dvija, listen to me. He tells Durvasa Muni. Calls him Dvija. Calls him Brahman. But I am not Dvija paradhin. Aham bhakta paradhin. Haribol. I am Haridasanudas paradhin. Haribol. Aham bhakta paradhin. So Jnani is very dear to Krishna. What more about Jnani? Text 19. Last verse for today. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. After cultivating knowledge of Krishna for many, many years, many, many lifetimes, one comes to the point of Vasudeva Sarvamiti. That Vasudeva is Samam Bonam. Shri Krishna is Samam Bonam. Shri Krishna is the ultimate. Vasudevo Parodharmo, Vasudeva Paragati. They come to that point of Sharanagati and they surrender. Bahunam Janmanamante, Jnanavam Mam Prapadyate. Prapadyate means they surrender to me. And where does bhakti begin? Bhakti begins with Sharanagati. Hari Bol! So, A bhakta who surrenders to Sri Krishna is already a jnani. And such a Samahatma Sudurlabha. Very important verse, please memorize 19. Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudevah Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. A Mahatma who surrenders to Krishna, knowing Krishna to be the ultimate, such a person is very, very rare in this world. And we are so fortunate that Srila Prabhupada has brought all of us together and inspiring us to surrender to Sri Krishna and live in this wonderful society of devotees, where every day there is Navam Navam Utsav, every day there is new festival. So we are very, very grateful. Thank you very much, dear devotees, for your association. And we'll take only one question today. Asha Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for the wonderful class. Prabhuji, when in categorizing four people who are in who surrender, Artharthi comes. I was wondering, how is Artharthi? Isn't it passionate to be
It is
Artharthi?
passionate. It is passionate, but it's a powerful motivation.
Okay.
It's a powerful motivation.
You gave an example of Dhruv Maharaj. Was he not first distressed, then he became Artharthi?
He was distressed and he thought that power, kingdom, money, throne is the answer to my distress. So he asked his mother, what can I do to have a bigger throne than my father, a bigger kingdom than my father?
Is there any other example, Prabhuji, other than Dhruv Maharaj?
Yes, I'll give you one example that I have seen with my own eyes. There was one family. They were pious people, and I actually had the opportunity to preach to them at one point, and other devotees also preached, and they were very lukewarm. They would not say no, but they would not say yes also. They were thanda, like, but pious people, but not surrendering. And the husband, physician. That's how I knew them. And the husband got into a medical legal case. He got sued. And it was pretty bad. And he was sued for several million, and his malpractice insurance only covered 1 million per incident. And this lawsuit was several million, which means if he lost, the insurance would pay 1 million and remaining 2-3 million he would have to pay out of his own pocket. So he was in private practice. So it was and again, the only earning member of the family. And the first installment that the attorney asked him was $400,000 cash, just to represent him. $400,000 cash. And it was very, very bad situation for the family. They didn't have that much liquid cash. I mean, who has $400,000 sitting in the checking account? It's very difficult situation. So that wife, she took to Krishna consciousness like a duck takes to water. Just surrendered. Became such a sincere devotee. So this example I have seen myself. That they were distressed, in the sense, distressed because of lack of money. Gajendra was distressed because his life was in danger. Draupadi was distressed because dishonor is worse than death for a respectable personality like Shri Draupadi Devi. They were distressed because they were at a risk of losing their livelihood. The medical license would go, the job would go, their savings would go, they would have to empty their 401k, everything. Perhaps sell their house to raise the money. And but through all that, they became devotees, sincere devotees. So this is one example I have seen, that someone became a devotee for money. Hare Krishna. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes, Keshamadhav Prabhu.
So, just an example to probably support that. I was also about to ask you the same question. That would Brahman Patni Sudama's wife would also be called as Arti?
No, no, no.
No.
So, no. Bhagavatam clearly mentions Paramo Labho Uttama Shloka Darshanam. These were the words. That she said that the highest labh, highest benefit in life, Uttama Shloka Darshanam. That you take darshan of Krishna as Uttama Shloka. And our acharyas give extensive reasons and they do tika to that section describing how it was not for money that Sudama went. Otherwise, Sudama would have asked for money. He never asked for money.
Yeah, not Sudama, his wife.
No, his wife said that my husband must get darshan of Krishna.
Okay.
That is why she sent. The wife was as advanced a devotee as Sudama. And she was not at all. And you know what they show in the dramas and on television that there are hungry, naked kids crying. And the wife is saying, "Arey, kya karte ho? What is the use of being a friend of Krishna? We are suffering." Srimad Bhagavatam and the Acharya commentary does not support any of that. That is all speculation. She was a pure devotee and she just wanted her husband to have darshan of Shri Krishna because she knew that all Mangal will happen if he goes to Krishna. And His Holiness Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj gives a very, very sweet twist to this tale. This is Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj's realization. I have heard it myself. Maharaj says that they were impoverished, they were indigent, they were penniless paupers. Sudama and his wife, they had no children, as far as it is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam and the authorized commentaries. Just two of them were living. They were very, very impoverished. They had no food, they had no proper clothes, nothing, no proper residence. And the wife of Sudama was Paradukha Dukhi, being a Vaishnavi, and she was feeling for her husband that my husband should get some benefit. And therefore, she sent her husband. And she did not go because she thought if Krishna sees me like this in a torn sari, he will feel so bad that his friend's wife is living. So she did not go. She also could have gone with Sudama. But she did not go with such a sensitivity to thinking about Krishna's thought process. And she sent her husband, and that also from 4 houses, she begged some poha, chipped rice, and sent. So the wife was such a great devotee, she wanted her husband to be benefited. So she sent her husband to meet Krishna, not for money, but for the benefit of her husband. Like that. Sita Mataji, yes.
Just wanted to say something, Prabhuji. During Corona, so many people became devotees, Prabhuji.
Example of Arti. And Artharthi, many devotees lost their jobs or had their health. Yes, absolutely. So much preaching happened. In fact, we are having this Zoom Bhakti Shastri because of COVID. In the sense that we never thought that Bhakti Shastri could be done online. But COVID opened so many new avenues for Harikatha. So yes, our Zoom Japa call started because of COVID also. I think Zoom became famous because of COVID. Hare Krishna. I had heard of Zoom only once before that. Once I wanted to speak to Radhesham Prabhu in 2018 or 19, and he said, I don't talk on WhatsApp. I don't have WhatsApp, but I can talk on Zoom. And the Radhesham Prabhu came on Zoom. And for the first time I heard of Zoom, there is something called a Zoom. But then in COVID, everybody started using Zoom. So yes, COVID opened up so many avenues for Harikatha, Hari Bhakti Prachar, and many people came to Krishna consciousness during Zoom. In fact, today only I was talking to one couple, physicians. They became devotees because of Zoom online Bhagavad Gita reading. Hari Bol. So during COVID. So yes, another example how suffering brings us to surrender to Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, dear devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.